This is why it's not racist, because she based it off of a thing. So if you based I want to be a ninja,
it's
off
only
of
appropriation.
Yes. And
So
then it's okay.
We figured it out.
Sometimes.
Guys,
okay.
big letters. Cultural appropriation is okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But the parentheses in the middle. So it's like, is it sometimes?
Well, on that note, it's Jamanyam, man. Let's go on. Fucking way to go, bro. What a way to start the episode.
That's not what starting.
That's literally how it started.
That's
how it started. It was the whole fancy schmancy intro into Dylan's burp. That's why it's your statistic, honestly.
Hate that.
Well, it's the cards you're dealt. It's the game you play. You know, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, and you got to know when to start the Joystick Show, episode 204. What's up, homies? We're back. It's feeling good. The SD card is clear, so the master cam's not going to shut off this time. Feels good.
What are you talking about, Bob?
No one knows. No one knows. It was completely hidden in the edit. Listen, guys, it'd be really helpful if you can it's been a while since I messed up.
Yeah.
It's
grab your fucking mouse.
Yeah.
And click on some
buttons.
Click on
subscribe and click on like, because we really want you to subscribe to this channel, and we really hope you like this video and the videos that we put out. All right. If you want to know what we're talking about on this episode, here are the goals. I changed them. It's not topics, it's goals. It's kind of to fit in that video game kind of aesthetic. See what I did there?
That's kind of cool.
But this is what we got to do, to get to the next level.
When are the goals going to be on Dylan's side?
Never.
That's you come up with the graphic, it just covers my face. It's like, yeah, you guys got this going.
It's like crudely drawn and like poorly edited.
The funny thing about it is how the effect works is it's like very perfectly done for the right side of the screen.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
to do it on the left, it would be a completely different rework. So it would be that much more work, honestly.
Well, that's the thing. It'd be like half my face.
Yeah.
And it'd be pretty nice.
You know what? Here's also the topics. There's Dylan. There's Dylan's goal list. There you go. It's the same exact shit.
Put it like right in front of him.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Fuck me. All right. Lots of stuff to get into. Anybody want to start? Anybody want to run this race ahead? I don't know what.
Run a race?
All right. I got something. I didn't know if we were going to just jump right into it. It's now, if you're watching this, by the time it comes out, it's now September. The weather's changing and school has started. Being a preschool teacher, it's a lot of crying. It's a lot of screaming in the hallways because people are being used to the school. Kids don't know what school is, so they're just being left and like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, word.
So everything's going around. I'm doing my daily stuff that's happening, and someone calls our administrator. They shared this with the staff. They were like, hi, I left, my kid was crying and I just want to check up on them. And she was like, yeah, okay. They're fine, they're in the classroom and they are drawing. They're drowning?
What?
And they were like, what? She was like, oh my God, what? And she was like, they're drawing. What are you talking about? They're drowning. So you can imagine like the year we're about to have that. I'm like, if someone thought like, yeah, they're drowning. Yeah, your kid's just drowning. Just
by the way, we installed an indoor pool for the kids with no lifeguard on duty. So
it wasn't installed.
Yeah,
it wasn't installed when you guys visited.
Yeah, on the first day.
We didn't have enough floaties.
What a wild first day, Joe.
No, yeah, but it's going good. I have a good amount of students, equal amount, and it's good. It's good so far. I can't complain that much. That's it.
That can't be it, dude. Really?
I don't want to get so into detail about my job.
But you made it sound like okay. So before we do the episode, we do like a thing on our Instagram chat where we're like, I'm gonna say talk about this, we'll talk about that. Like usually these topics go on for like 3-4 minutes. That's literally it.
This was like a 2-minute topic.
Yeah, I've been stressing just hanging up all this stuff.
I was like, you said you had all this shit. I was like expecting some like thesis about like parents and the way like their kids.
I mean, I've shared in a previous episode that there was a parent that thought we vaccinated her kid. Like she came to us and was like, What's this on her leg?
You should have lied and said, "Yeah, we."
Part of me,
you should have said that story again. It's not like anybody's fucking goes back and
go back and watch that episode. But yeah,
episode 1.
Joey said we'll be sharing on the podcast what September is like for teachers and parents on the first day of school. So I mean, I guess you nailed it. To be fair,
he did it.
Let's try to lengthen this up a little. School.
I will say that like my job is like getting increasingly dependent on school. Like we get busy during school time, so like.
Well, does it have to do with like what your job does with the like poll shit?
Yeah, because now is that teachers are starting to like set up their shit and like they're gonna come to like customer service and be like, we hate this. Or
for the record, Jerry, I know it's not what you do, but in my head, like you're just like the CEO of Kahoot. Like, you're just like you're the guy who makes the little trivia games for all these kids. Like, that's what you do in my head, but I can see how that correlates.
Yeah.
But we're like, okay, first let Dylan say his joke.
No.
You got the goodness.
No. My joke was just like, again, like we said before, like Jerry with a quiz show, but he's terrible.
Yeah.
With a HQ, like the live stream game show. I don't know if you guys know about
I remember
that. Yeah. So that game show, like that's what Jerry hosts.
Gotcha.
Is that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a game show with our product.
All right. Yo. Well, shout outs to September. Make sure to find Billy Joe Armstrong when it ends. Okay?
Do you remember?
Moving it on. Listen, right off the bat, this episode's going to be a mishmash of random topics. Can you shut the fuck up for fucking 5 seconds so I can explain what's happening?
Okay.
I'm trying to take a new approach to the Joystick show. I want more episodes to be a little bit more thought out, more, like more planned out, I guess.
Composed.
So if you guys watched last week's episode 203, we did the GOAT gaming discussion, which was very, very in-depth. Was not expecting that conversation to go as long as it did, but I'm kind of happy it filled up the episode. But point is I'm trying to like do an episode like that, and then like one of these mishmash, that rapid fire, hot potato, and then next week we'll come back and do something planned again, which I already have. But point is, this is going to be a mishmash. And that being said, a very random topic. Dylan, do you remember a little show on Comedy Central that ran for one season? I believe it was 6 episodes. It was called The Ben Show.
Does that sound familiar?
Yes, I do remember.
It
was The Ben Show, and then John Benjamin Has a Van.
Has a Van, yes.
Those were the 2 new shows. Like it was
I think also Nathan for You, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was like end of the line Comedy Central. Yeah. All they really had was South Park. They didn't really have any new shows. So they came up with these kind of like sketch comedy variety type shows to kind of nail it.
So to bring everybody here up to speed, Comedy Central has had no shortage of sketch comedy shows between Key and Peele, Nick Kroll, Nick Swartzen, Dimitri Martin. Everyone's done it, right? So there was a comedian whose name I believe is Ben. God, I forget his last name. It's a bad way to start. But the point is, his name is Ben. Let me actually look it up just to be sure. But he had a show on Comedy Central that was aptly called The Ben Show, and it was a sketch comedy show that featured all kinds of different sketches of varying degrees.
There's a sketch we showed you guys, and at least one or two.
There's like one of my favorites is called The Obituaries, and he gets like this rapper to rap like the obituaries of fake people, where he's basically he's like, Mary Robbins was a big fat bitch, died like this, and it goes on like that basically. Ben Show. Let me see what this guy's name was.
Shapiro.
Ben Hoffman. I was gonna say Ben Foster, so I'm glad I didn't just wing it. Long story short, I was very curious one day. I forgot that the show existed. Went onto YouTube, started rewatching a bunch of the sketches, laughed a lot, and had the very curious question: what is this guy doing these days? Real quick, Dylan, do you know what this guy's doing these days?
No, I do not.
Oh, can't wait to share this one with you, pal.
Okay.
So if you remember, you might not. On one of the final episodes of this very short-lived television series, he did a sketch where he plays a character who's essentially a country music star who's playing like an open mic night at a bar, and his song is called "Eating Pussy and Kicking Ass." Okay, so as the song plays, it's like one of those bluegrass. The beat is like, and he's wearing the cowboy hat, the glasses, the mustache.
Very bluesy.
Yeah, very bluesy, and he's just there, and he's going, "Eating pussy and kicking ass." Eating pussy and kicking ass. So that's it, right? Fucking hilarious. It's funny. That's all it is, but it's funny. Okay. Ben Hoffman decided to make this character. His name is Wheeler Walker Jr.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
A real thing. He debuted an album. I believe it was called something like Redneck Shit or something like that. It debuted at number 1 on the comedy charts and number 9 on the country charts.
He was, I remember this.
He is a Jewish man who is making a legitimate living as a country music star
was
who
on Joe
practically
Rogan's.
shits on country music.
He was Joe Rogan.
And he does,
podcast.
he's done Rogan. He's done Your Mom's House in the cowboy hat and everything.
Crazy.
He has all these songs. He's like, I fuck my sister, all this stupid shit. But he sells all these albums out. He does arena tours, everything.
That's fucking.
So sometimes it doesn't work out with
crazy.
your show on Comedy Central, but sometimes you become a fucking, household name in
Ridiculous.
country music.
I mean, most people probably see that. They just think he's him. They don't even think he's
They
Ben.
probably
No,
don't
yeah.
even know. Yeah, they're just like,
he just plays the
he's
character
funny
so
and
well.
makes good music.
So shout outs to Wheeler Walker Jr., aka Ben Hoffman. Really wanted to share that because that just kind of blew my mind when I found that out.
I mean, I thought they were two different people. So
Yeah.
that, it makes a lot of sense that they're the same guy.
It's a lot of fun.
Goofing us.
What have you been up to, Dill?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working. I've been schworking. Just a mixture of all of those things combined.
Those two things.
I've been mainly watching the New York Mets on a 7-game winning streak.
Is that
Currently
your
now
favorite team?
Wow.
8-game winning streak. No,
I
actually.
thought you were a Yankee fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weren't they on a winning streak earlier too?
No,
Well,
still,
they were like a month or two ago, right? It was the
that was
Grimace.
that was the
Grimace streak.
Grimace streak. Yeah. So as you see, the Mets were really bad for the first few months, so now you need these winning streaks to kind of climb that mountain.
What's the next mascot to like boost
Uh,
our spirits?
Hamburglar.
The Hawk Tuah girl didn't help. We lost after she had threw out the first pitch.
Oh, we got the Hawk Tuah girl?
Yeah, we lost, bro.
Fuck.
That was the
think?
bad aura.
It
That
was
the
real.
aura.
It was the terrible aura.
I read a theory about her online today. I read that she's actually an Israeli soldier in disguise. Yeah. It's not true, but I want it to be true.
Hawk
Because
Tuah.
she fakes a horrible southern accent.
Hawk Tuah bombs civilians on that thing.
I'm the Hawk Tuah girl, you know?
I hate to inform you, Bobby. That's what people from the South actually sound like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if you know that.
Never
but
been.
Southern people be
So
something like that.
Southern people, like from like Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Missouri, other shitty states.
What about Floridians? What Florida people sound like?
Florida people, it's like a grab bag because most people in Florida
It's a grab bag.
aren't from Florida.
Yeah.
They're from some other place,
Right,
and they're
right.
like, I like the sun, I like cocaine. That's Florida,
Those
man.
are two kick-ass things, man.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like no one in Florida, unless they're like the old golf cart people, no one does like everyone does stimulants because it's like Florida. No one's in Florida like they're not like chill. You know what I mean? It's a place where you should be chill.
Yeah.
And
Right.
You're not.
But you're not.
You're not. But yeah, let's go Mets. I will probably go to a game, and I have an idea for you guys. I want to put live on the podcast and see what you think about it, because I think it would be very fun. You want to hear about it?
Go.
No, just don't bring it up.
yeah, nice. Yeah, so I won't then. No, okay. So, there's a place near us where you can legally gamble, right?
Okay.
It's called a
Right.
casino.
It's called a casino.
Yes.
So I feel like we do like a challenge where it's like everyone gets like $30 or $50.
We go to the casino.
And you have to do like a certain number of spins, and then after that you can tap out, but it's like you have to go through it. So it's like we'll see what happens with each person.
When you say spins, you mean like we're playing roulette? Or
No, we're playing like
Anything we want.
well, that's the thing. I think that we should be able to play whatever we want, but you have to play slots at one point.
I mean, I only play slots.
Yeah, so that works for you, right? So I thought it'd be funny though that if we did that,
To see who comes up
to
with
see
the
who
most money.
Yes, and then at the end we have a segment with like your mom or like my aunt that shows. She's like, "What you gotta do is do 180 credits." It's like, "Oh, okay, we got it."
That's actually content.
Oh, shit.
And I feel like it'd be really funny where at one point Joey like Joey loses like $10 and he's like, I'm gonna go to the steakhouse. And Joey just goes to the steakhouse and he's like, I lost my money, but I had a steak. Actually, I don't know. Jerry might do that. That might be a
That's
Jerry.
more of a Jerry
That's more of
thing.
a Jerry thing.
No, I like gambling.
Yeah.
Gambling's
I feel like
fun.
you do that.
I'd be
I was
a
actually
legend.
just about to
There's
bring it
not
up
much
because
security
Gambling sucks.
I know football a little bit better than I know baseball, and that's back. So
My whole thing at the casino is literally not gambling and just chilling by the bar and watching the big TV.
Okay, yes, but you do have to do the spins, and then you can cash out your $10 and then buy a drink at the bar.
That's fine with me.
I love playing table games, but the most money I've won came from slot machines.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Slots
table
are
games.
Great. Catch Me by Invaders from the Planet Moolah. It's like a Borderlands art style one. I'll be over there.
I like there's one like a meteor, like hot meteor or something like that.
I like all
That's
the
my jam.
It's owned by like an Asian company, so a lot of the slot machines are
they're like a dragon and
Triple-8 pandas, you know.
And they're all the same, by the way. They're all the exact same thing.
One's called
you know.
like feng shui or whatever, and you look at it, you're like, what the fuck is this?
The
it's
vibes
same
are
one.
different.
Nah, shout out to Alfred Hitchcock because I won $400 off of Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh yeah, yo, those themed. Yo, I swear, whenever I go to the casino with my mom, she's like, "You have to try." They put a Desperate Housewives machine. Come sit in it. It's really fun. And it's always like the one where your chair like moves up close and there's like a 3D aspect.
I don't
it's like
need
there's
fucking
like so
Eva
many
Longoria
screens.
sticking her
I feel like
hand out at
no
you.
one's ever won on those. Those are just like a money. Like you have no shot.
I think my mom
you know?
won on the Friends one actually. I'm not even bullshitting.
Is that how you know you made it? Is like a show? You get,
when
you
your
get a
show
slot
becomes
machine.
a slot machine. Yeah, I've seen Friends. I've seen Will and Grace. I've seen Game of Thrones.
These are terrible.
Stranger
Oh,
Things.
shit.
Yeah.
I've seen Stranger Things. I've seen Walking Dead. I've seen Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, see, now I have to
I've
go
seen
and find
Ghostbusters.
I've
I
seen
have to find
Ghostbusters.
my One Piece machine.
Yeah, I was about to say you gotta find the anime one.
There has to be. Throw it up.
No, that exists probably in like Macau.
I was gonna say like in
Asia.
Japan.
Yeah, or like Macau would be.
Macau for sure.
Macau.
Yeah.
would have
The
that.
Attack on Titan machine.
Jesus Christ! Imagine a casino in Macau. You probably wouldn't be able to see like 5 feet ahead of you. Just all cigarette smoke and lights.
Well, that's what Macau's known for.
I know. I'm
they
just
make
saying.
they make twice as much as Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
I think Macau is like honestly the gambling capital of the world. It really is. But anyway, shout outs to the Mets and shout outs to gambling.
And shout out to Xi Jinping.
By the way, disclaimer, don't gamble. It's probably not
Yeah,
great
don't
for
do
you.
that.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, no,
and we all don't like it.
By law, every casino. I don't know if Vegas is like this, but I know New York and New Jersey is like this. You have to have a
Parents' permission slip?
a gambling. What is it? Gambling
License.
anonymous, essentially.
Ah.
And it's basically just like a dark room with pamphlets surrounding it and a TV that's constantly playing just clips of people losing everything. They're just like...
So
they're
you're
like,
telling me this is in casino somewhere?
By law, they have to have it. They have to have a room, and each place does like their own thing with it. But I know Resorts World and all the other places.
I like to think the rooms, like
It's
the
like a
entrance to get into it, the gap is like this big, and it's just surrounded by giant slot machines. It's just like...
It's like
And then just a little
it's like,
tunnel.
you have to look. You have
It's
to go
the
in,
cheat
right?
code. You just
But
find reality.
I just think imagine
It's like they're trying to scare straight people from gambling. It's like, whoa.
But it's like super like cinematically shot. Like it's like really like well done. So I think like people would go in and be like, damn, that guy's really risking it all. What a legend, right? You know what I mean? Like they're not. But he's not me though. They're like, no,
this guy's got balls.
He didn't press the button at the right time, man. I got this.
See,
Let's go. He doesn't have. This
He didn't
focus.
push it at the right time. I know how to push it.
That's great.
That's not gonna be me. Fuck you.
There's a number for that. Don't gamble, guys.
I love the idea of that room, though. It really is like if you went to go to your weed dealer and you went to go buy an eighth and he gives you the baggie and he's like, yeah, but for real, man, like if you got a heart condition, you probably shouldn't do it that often, and like don't do it before sleep because it can really fuck with your sleep cycle.
Make sure not to operate machinery 4
Yeah,
hours
bro.
after, man.
It's like, give me the.
You might get
fucking
some
thing.
anxiety.
Let me live my
Just
life.
want to make sure you know what this can do.
I'm gonna be watching the entirety of a show while I'm doing this, so it's.
Imagine that everywhere you went, you got mansplained things. That'd be fucking terrible. Like you go to buy condoms, or like, so you put this around your penis, so it's like, no, I know, man.
So I'm supersizing your order, and I just want to let you know the conditions this can have in your, heart condition, the grease and the oil.
Shut up and let me eat my burger. God, hate people like that.
Imagine if the universe was like that, though. That'd be terrible.
Imagine. I want to share a story that I already told Dylan
Imagine.
and Jerry, but now I'm gonna sauce it up extra more so I can tell Joey. And be like, whoa, it's crazy. Your boy is back on the platinum grind. It's
Ooh.
been like a month off, but I I had like a lot of games listed out that I wanted to play. I actually took a little snapshot of the list that I made, and I was going through them. And just to name the ones that aren't, or rather, I will not be talking about. I've got, Lego Star Wars, which is fucking apparently 100 hours. So Jesus Christ.
Sheesh.
Hollow Knight, eventually gonna get into that.
Yeah, that's less than 100 hours.
Yeah, for sure. Blasphemous, Assassin's Creed 3, BioShock, Astrobot, which came out today. I'm excited to play that. But there's another game that I really, really wanted to platinum. I platinumed the game before a month and a half ago, and that's Far Cry 4. Super excited to get into it. Downloaded it like last night, started looking into the trophy guide, and found out that there was an unobtainable trophy because the servers got shut down for multiplayer in 2023. Got really upset. Was about to delete the game from my PS5, and then decided to, do the random Google search, found the subreddit, and some guy was like, yo, they brought the servers back in early 2024, and you can still get the trophy. I got it. But nobody plays this fucking game. So every post was the same. It's like, you just got to leave your PS5 on for hours. Some guy was like, it took me 16 hours. Some guy was like, it took me 2 days. And if you're lucky, you'll get enough people in the lobby to start the game. And the trophy's really simple, too. It's not even like you have to play a lot. You just have to play one match of all 3 game types on online. That's it. So I was like, this sucks. And I was like, fucking, I don't even know if it's worth it anymore. Decided to look further into the PlayStation Trophies website and saw that there was a link to join gaming sessions. So I was like, all right, let me see. It takes you to a list of like gaming sessions for every game. And you can sort by game. So I'm going through alphabetically. I'm like, okay, F, Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4. I find it. I click on it. 1 gaming session today. So I said, fuck it. Let me load it up. I got the trophy done in 45 minutes. I was like, how the fuck? Every game literally, too. Like, I think it's a max of 10 players you could have. It was like the bare minimum, just 6 people per game, 3-on-3. And I was like, oh, thank God. So I got all the multiplayer trophies done in like an hour. And now I can just enjoy Far Cry 4.
You need to send me this link because this is a great segue for what I also wanted to talk to. And I didn't even know you were going to talk about Platinum games, but it's going to be the 40th anniversary of one of my favorite Friday the 13th films. And I was like, bro, like, for nostalgic reasons, I want to replay the Friday the 13th video game. And even before what happened, I'm going to explain it. This trophy was, like, unattainable. Because one of them was, like, play Jason 1,113 times. Like, 13 times. But the chance of getting Jason out of the 8 counselors is very slim. I put like 40 hours into this game and I haven't gotten the trophy legit. Not 40, 400. That's a completely different number. Mm-hmm. And I loaded it up and found out that the platinum is now unattainable because they're shutting down the online servers at the end of this year. So they said like we had to shut down the servers that if the host leaves, like it'll manually search for a new host. We had to shut that down. So now if the host leaves, the whole game ends. And he says, but now we're shutting everything down. Like we're shutting online. Friday the 13th will become strictly a single player game by the end of 2024. And he says, so for that, we're giving everyone everything for free. So all the DLCs that came out, all the items, the cosmetics that you have to earn while playing, they just hear everything for free. But trophy hunters are like, I can't get the trophy because of that now. Like I can't get the trophy of like unlock this because you gave it to me and now it's not popping up. Wow. And then also in my case where it's like play this many matches that some people are like I've marked down, I've completed it and it didn't pop up. So like you fucked it up somehow. So a lot of gamers are upset. Like
it seems track this. It seems pretty unobtainable though to play a character over 1,000 times when you only have 1 out of 8 of getting it.
Yeah,
that's also that is, by itself. The game they should have been mad at that. The game was already unobtainable.
What is the percent like? You know how like.
All right, so Friday the 13th came out. I'm gonna guess 2016, 2017. So it's almost gonna be 10 years, and it has still a 0.1% rate of.
Damn, someone has it then. That's crazy.
I was gonna say
that's a rare one then.
Saturday, September 7th, tomorrow. At 8 p.m., there's a gaming boosting session with 4 players. So they've got space.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. I don't know if I'll get my trophy.
That sucks, though. I hate when people do, like, I can't even talk words anymore. What are words? I hate when devs do stuff like that with their trophies. There was a trophy like that. Granted, this was, like, way before I started platinum games, and it wasn't even, like, a game I played. I think it was for one of those like Ghost Recon games, like the Tom Clancy ones, and it was literally a trophy in the multiplayer to be number 1 on the leaderboard. So it's like
only
like,
one
wow.
person can get it.
Exactly, or at
like,
a time at least.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's
Sheesh.
like, it's like one of those trophies that's like completely, for the most part, unobtainable. And the funny part is apparently they never shut down the servers for the game, so it is technically obtainable. You would just have to boost it for months, maybe years.
Yeah.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
But
There's
fucking
a lot of Xbox.
And there's always
games.
going to be another person. That's the thing. You're going against another person who wants it just as bad. You created this like
Alright.
never-ending trophy hunt game. Who's the best?
Yeah, Xbox had one of them, or a few games had this, where it was like you have to kill someone in multiplayer who's a dev or something like that.
Yeah, they
And
have
a
stuff
lot
like
of
that.
games,
has that.
a lot of games had that, but then they changed it where it was like, all right, so if that person kills a dev and you kill that person,
Yeah.
then you get it, and they had to do that so that people could actually get the
I
trophy.
forget what game that was.
There was a few.
I
I think it was
definitely remember
Halo.
that.
I think it was Halo or one of those games that did it.
GTA had that. You got a trophy if you killed a dev or someone that has killed a dev.
Yeah, that's what I remember from.
PP.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Football's back. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Yeah, I mean, cut to me dancing to all of the different songs.
Yeah,
And by that,
all
I
of
mean,
them.
and we all know the best one's actually Sunday Night Football by Carrie Underwood.
Oh, I hate that one.
Waiting all day for Sunday night.
Fucking.
I have to hear this now.
I said it in the chat yesterday. I will be watching football for 2 months, and 2 months exactly, just enough time for basketball to come rolling back into my life. But I watched the first game back.
Right? You watched it?
I watched it.
Oh.
Did you see that ending?
no.
So you watched it.
So yes, I watched it. Do you want to explain it? To
I
Joey?
want your explanation,
Yeah,
or at
home
least
run.
of like the last ending, like what you think went wrong there, because they had an opportunity to go into overtime there. Not to
Yeah.
mention the final play was like bonkers,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So
Explain.
games back and forth the entire way.
Okay.
Chiefs winning a lot of the time, but the game was back and forth. They would score, this team would score, that would score, blah blah blah. Goes down to the fourth quarter. The Ravens are charging down the field. They have time running, but they're trying to tie the game. They're not trying to win, right? So they're just trying to burn time, get down the field. Last play of the game, they throw it to their wide receiver. He catches it, comes down, touchdown.
Yeah.
They're cheering. They go back to the replay. They zoom in, and they see that his toe is on the white line.
That
Of
much.
the foul, like of the.
Yeah,
Yep.
meaning he is out of bounds.
Not a touchdown.
And not a touchdown, game over.
But
But the
to be
most
fair-
fitting NFL thing that ever fucking happened is the most NFL thing ever.
on first day, no less.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if you watch that game, I forgot his name, Lamar Jackson, right? The QB for the Ravens. He had 2 clean opportunities right before that. 2 clean
people were
shots.
saying that.
2 open people, and he just fucked up the
Yeah,
throw.
mhm.
So I mean, at the end of the day, you can't
Yeah,
really fully blame.
But that's the thing. It comes down to
They
that.
kind of deserve to lose, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they had every opportunity
This
before
guy,
that miracle.
Lamar Jackson playing football though, fucking beautiful, the most beautiful
No,
thing
yeah.
I've ever seen in my
Lamar
life.
Jackson's a cool name.
Lamar,
It is a cool
Michael Vick, like he's like he's literally the fastest guy on the field, and he's the quarterback.
No,
too.
yeah, because
Yeah.
he was talking. They were talking about that, how he can literally just like, oh, I don't have anybody, and just run up and just
Yeah,
go
he was
like
doing
30
that
yards,
OD.
trucking people, spin moves. Like what the fuck? What are we like?
incredible.
Like what are we doing? But no, I mean football's back. The brain injuries still not great, but there's less now apparently.
Right now, as we're talking,
Yeah.
the first ever NFL game in South America is happening in Sao Paulo, Brazil, between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles, who I'm rooting for this season. Let's go Eagles! Where they completely uprooted their team. They got like a brand new offensive coordinator and a brand new defensive coordinator. So
Yeah, everyone wanted to fire the coach, and they were like, "We like him. He's Italian." So, things will happen. But yeah, let's go Jets. Can't wait for them to win.
I just want to see Aaron Rodgers.
41-year-old Aaron Rodgers, or however old he is. He's fucking old, man.
is old.
He is old. But the Jets are supposed to be good. Probably won't be, but we'll see. We'll see.
Everyone wants to be LeBron,
Word.
Not retired.
No one is gonna ever be LeBron.
Yeah.
No one will ever be LeBron.
Speaking of this, we have to pick teams. I feel like we should do like a little pool. not for the podcast, but just for us as
Yeah.
friends. And we pick a team every week, and whoever's the last person standing, you get something.
Okay, cool. So what do you mean every week?
So you just pick a matchup.
Like right now?
Yeah, or not right now, but I mean by Sunday.
Any sport? What?
No,
Football. There we go.
Oh, specifically football.
Yes.
So let's hold on. Let's chart it out.
All
right
right,
now.
yeah. So you just pick a team, one team. What?
Let's see what
A
games
week.
are on Sunday. I got you. Sunday NFL.
Technically, we
games.
should have done it on Thursday because now there's 4 less teams
So
to choose
listen,
from.
Sunday we got Panthers versus Saints. We got. Oh, hold on. Where's week 1? Panthers versus Saints. Vikings versus Giants. Patriots versus Bengals. Steelers versus Falcons. Texans Colts. Cardinals Bills. Titans Bears. Jaguars Dolphins. Broncos Seahawks. Raiders Chargers. Cowboys Browns. Commanders Bucks.
There's a lot.
Rams Lions.
That
Jets
is a lot.
There's a lot of
49ers.
players.
Jesus Christ.
It's a lot of players, guys. Do you know? I'll let you guys go first because you guys know less about football than I do. So I'll let you guys go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first.
Yes.
I'm going with the Miami Dolphins.
Ooh, fuck. I was going to pick the
Hot
Dolphins.
team.
I'm going with the Dolphins. I'm riding with my boy Daniel Tosh. And I want to see them do well. Also, they got a sick little color scheme going on.
They
so.
do. They're nice. They're nice.
But let the record show that my favorite team is the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're playing tonight. So
Yeah, we know that. We know that. That kind of. I'm gonna join Bobby in the state we were talking about before.
Okay.
Florida. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield wears a headband. He's a cool guy. I think they'll win.
Fire.
Okay.
There's better picks, but
I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles.
they're playing today. You
They're
can't
playing
pick
today.
them.
You can't pick them Sunday.
Okay. I'm going... Who can I pick?
That's
Players
not
play.
anyone.
The team's playing on Sunday.
All right. I'm going to go with the fucking Atlanta Falcons.
Okay,
That's a
all right.
good. Yeah,
That's a good pick.
that is a good pick.
That's a good pick.
You just took Jerry's pick. bro.
Nah, I'm gonna go with the Saints.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
They go marching in.
So for clarity, we've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we've got the Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints, and the Miami Dolphins.
Beautiful.
So next week we'll check.
Yeah,
We'll see how everybody did.
We'll check out everyone
NFL
did.
Week 1. This is fun. I like this.
Beautiful.
All right, we'll see.
Cool.
For $1 million.
And
we already said we were going to do it.
We got to get like
Yeah,
a.
dude, now I'm in your bank account.
We got to get like a communal podcast sports trophy. It's just like half a football, half a basketball. Like it's just a mishmash.
Yeah, I like that.
And we just use it for all the sport. Yeah, exactly. You nailed it. You nailed it. Exactly.
I'm gonna nail you.
No, that's bad, and I do not consent. I was also gonna say something. This is just a dumb tangent. This is a really, really dumb tangent. Jose came over earlier, so you already know this is going stupid. We were on YouTube, and we came across a YouTube video that was something along the lines of like movie trivia, guess the movies by scene, right?
No, okay.
So the first 5 are like the most obvious fucking movies you've ever seen, right? It's like the Pulp Fiction scene, the Fight Club scene. But then like 5 to 10, it's even easier. So it just gets to this point where we're like, this just isn't hard. And we're just like watching movie scenes. So we're like, all right, fuck it. And then like 20s to 30s, there's a clip and it's Back to the Future. And it's the scene from the beginning where Doc and Marty are in front of the mall and they're testing out the DeLorean and shit. And as soon as the clip goes on, I'm just like, it's the Rick and Morty movie. Like Jose laughs. But then we went on this whole tangent where I was like, bro, when I have kids, I'm going to go on a whole crusade to make them believe that the Rick and Morty cartoon came out before Back to the Future so that I can get them to believe that the Back to the Future series is actually just a live action Rick and Morty series. And he was like, why would you do that? And I was like, I don't know, but
It's
like,
funny.
yeah, it's funny.
You
So
mean?
we just started like riffing back and forth where I'm like, it's just me and my future kid, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, that movie is based off of Rick and Morty. And they're like, really? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, it looks really old. And I'm like, that's just the aesthetic they were going for, And then I went on and I was like, and the DeLorean was real. And they're like, what? And I was like, it really worked. Like they were actually able to go back in time and come back to the future. And he was like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, bro. Like it actually, the fucking radioactive components gave Michael J. Fox Parkinson's. Like after that, it was like a whole thing.
That's the reason.
That's the whole story. And then fucking Jose was like, but what if he asks to see like Christopher Lloyd and be like, you just show him a picture, then he's like a fucking skeleton. He's like mad old. But point is, I want to go on this whole crusade where I just lie to my children about when things happen, but not like important things, like not things that they need.
That's really
life.
fucked up, Bobby.
It is fucked up.
That's really fucked up.
But it's funny, okay?
It's not. It's kind of fucked up.
No. Like,
they're gonna have trust.
Don't get me wrong.
issues.
They're gonna know all the important stuff. They're gonna know fucking my very educated mother just sent me 9 pizzas, all that shit. They're gonna know judicial, legislative, the third one. But fucking point is,
they're gonna know Kingdom Hearts 1, 2.
they're gonna know all of that, right? But for whatever reason, they're gonna think that Adam Driver was in Pulp Fiction. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be like, no, he wasn't. No, yeah, he was. He was in it. It's like, wasn't he like 13? No, he was in that movie.
They're gonna think that Kingdom Hearts inspired Disney World.
Yeah, that's actually a good one right there. Like, this game came out.
Walt Disney
saw it.
Walt Disney went on a trip to Japan during World War II, and he was like, "Oh man, this is some cool shit."
Man.
Go Hitler. He's like,
It'd have been way funnier if you were like, Walt Disney went to Japan, came out, was like, where is everything? It's like immediately after the bombing.
it's fucked up.
I feel like your kid would have major trust issues.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be like, did you hear about that? And he was like, did it really happen? Or
like,
what year? What year?
He has to Google it every
Okay.
time he tells.
Between me doing that and Dylan telling his fake nephew, my future son, like fake stories that didn't
Oh
happen.
yeah.
Just gaslighting my
In
child.
high school, yeah, your dad, he
We used to throw frogs against the
yeah,
walls.
he chewed a desk like it was just the desk. We were like,
It's
"Where's your
what
desk,
the- oh,
Bobby?"
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"I chewed it."
Yo,
it's in the corner, man.
I low-key might jump on this. You'd be at the dinner table.
Joey-
Joey said that like you used to like chuck frogs at walls.
Bobby's kid's gonna hate all of us.
Jerry's gonna be like, Jerry's gonna fuck with the kid and be like, "Nah, actually, nah, it's too."
He's gonna fuck up the
You're
joke.
actually fine.
No,
You're
I'm just
actually
kidding.
fine, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Man, shout out to lying to your children. Only do it when it's necessary for like Santa and shit.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy, etc.
Or for like,
You know
gaslighting
what's-
them with movie fun facts.
You know what's funny? My sister's now teaching 2nd grade as opposed to 4th grade, and we had to like label books by category: nonfiction, fantasy, science, and then I got a story about the Tooth Fairy, and it was like explaining what the Tooth Fairy is with real pictures. And I was like, Tatiana, there's real pictures in this, so it'd be like nonfiction, I guess, but it's about the Tooth Fairy. So does this go in fantasy? She was like, I don't know. Like, does it go in fantasy? Do you break the child's illusion? Like, there you go. Nope, it's fake. It was like, the Santa book is in fantasy too. Yeah.
Your sister's cold-hearted, bro.
Does your kid want to be smart or what? What are we doing here?
No, she was
Miss
like, I don't-
Ortega, look, it's the Santa book. Yeah, he's not real either,
Yeah,
kids.
put it back in the section.
Put it back in the
belongs.
fantasy section, all right? Now
Hey,
go to
you go
nonfiction and get the book about Albert Einstein.
You go to nonfiction and it's like the war trials of Easter Bunny or some shit. It's like,
You know
what
what's
the fuck,
funny?
man?
There's a book
He's-
about the election, like dumbed down for children. Like each page is like 4 words max, but it's about the election. So I was like, look at this. This is
That's
funny.
fantasy.
It's narrated by Joe Biden
Kamala
for
is
the
the-
little kids. And the president walked up
Ice
to
cream.
the podium.
The president was
Come on up.
We like ice cream too.
The book ends. He's like, got ice cream. And the book ends. The book's over.
Stops writing.
Yeah.
He just
Bro, have I ever? Last thing I'll end it on. Have I ever? Have I ever? It's a great segue actually. Have I ever gone on my Tikki Tembo thing?
I've heard of that story
You-
on
Tikki-
Instagram.
Tikki Tembo, No Sa Rembo, Cherryberry Poochie, Pipberry Pembo. No,
No.
you're not following me here, Dylan. You know,
You never heard of that?
Dylan, look at me one more time. Ready? Tikki Tembo, No Sa Rembo, Cherryberry Poochie, Pipberry Pembo. Cool.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Allow me to explain.
All right.
When I was a little kid, my mom bought me this book. It was a children's book.
Oh my god, you read it as a kid?
I read it as a kid. It was about a little Chinese boy who falls down a well.
Oh.
But then-
I don't know.
No, yeah, the little Chinese boy that falls down a well, but like whenever they call to him, his name is just like so ridiculously long that they can never get it right and shit. Like I don't remember exactly. I think there's some like fictional element where like the name is so long that it just doesn't reach all the way to the end of the well. There's some dumb shit like that.
Oh, is this like Asian John Jacob Jingleheimer?
Kind of, pretty much, yeah.
Low key.
So long story short, you know, the kid's name is Tikki Tembo, but his full name is Tikki Tembo, no Sa Rembo, Cherry Berry Poochie Pip Perry Pembo. So that's what they call him, right? Don't ask me why the fuck I remember that, because I read it like 15 times when I was a kid. But like I remember I was talking to Mildred about it not too long ago, and then it like in that conversation it dawned on me, and I was like, there's no way an Asian person wrote this book. Like there's no way an Asian. And sure enough, it was a white woman who won like the best-selling book for this fucking book, and apparently it's supposed to be like not a, I guess a satire about how like long traditional Asian names are and shit like that. But it just blew my, because like the funny thing was is I went onto Wikipedia to read the whole thing, and in the plot description, because the original book I think it's just called Tikki Tembo, but I was saying the whole thing like I just did, and I was like, there's no way I got it right, and I'm pretty sure I nailed it. Like like hold on, let me just, for clarity's sake, I want to make sure.
Throw up a picture of the kid too.
Tikki, yeah, and stuck in the well. Tikki Tembo. Let's see. Tikki Tembo, fictional story by Arlene Mosel, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, that's why, that's a white woman's name.
But where's the full name? Oh, I just actually got the whole book. That's not what I was trying to do. Good to know you can do that, though. Here it is. What's his name? I think it's in bold, right there.
Oh, I see, that's long.
Tikki Tembo, no Sa Rembo, Cherry Berry Ruchi, Pit Perry Pembo. Sorry, I was saying Poochie, but it's Ruchi.
I wonder what the actual person's name that this is based off of. That like she was like, I have to write a book about this guy's name.
This guy's name. So yo, can I say?
But she couldn't use the exact name, so she probably remixed
Speaking of like this white woman in Asian culture, there was this woman that got popular maybe 2 years, a little bit before COVID happened, where she created a parody song where she wanted to become a ninja. Have you heard of this?
No, I have not heard.
So she made she was like, it's a parody song because I'm silly and I'm gonna perform it at this bar like a show, and it's this white woman putting on a very stereotypical Asian accent and saying like, I want to be ninja, and like everyone's like, this is incredibly racist. What is this? And she then decided to make a response video because of how infamously popular she was getting, and it starts with her pouring wine like, look how much I don't care. I'm going to talk to you about like why this is an innocent mistake and why you're overreacting. And that YouTuber, like, was his name like Nigahiga? Yeah. The Asian YouTuber. She says, I saw that when I was young, and the first video I saw by that YouTuber was how to be a ninja. And then she plays clip for like reference, and it's very early YouTube.
I remember
and she was like, so I wanted to do something like that and like get in touch with the young side of me and wrote this song, I Want to Be Ninja. And then the comments are like, why'd you give it a very stereotypical Asian? You could have made a song about wanting to be a ninja. It could have been funny, but you added the like, and like, why'd you do that?
I mean, even you doing it now is kind of racist.
Shame on you,
Joey.
All right, you're right.
Joey.
You had to do it in a white accent.
You're right.
You had to go ha ta ta.
You're in a very monotone accent to know
Kung
that
Pao.
there's nothing racist about
Chow
it.
mein, chow mein.
That song, I remember that. Chinese food.
Oh no, guys, I sleuthed it out. Apparently, it was originally a Japanese poem titled Teki no, and the kid's name is Teki no Teki Suriyumbo So Take Nudo Harima no Beto Chawan Chaos no Fushimi no Esuke.
Okay, so
that's even more.
all right.
Yeah.
This is why it's not racist, because she based it off of a thing. So if you based "I Want to Be a Ninja,"
it's
off
only
of,
appropriation.
Yes, and so then it's
We
okay.
figured it out.
Sometimes,
guys,
okay.
big letters. Cultural appropriation is okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But the parentheses in the middle, so it's like, is it sometimes?
Well, on that note, it's Jamanyam, man. Let's go on to let's talk about our jams, yams, bams, and slams of the week. Right off the bat, I already know what mine is because I've been jamming hard to it this past week. It's gonna go to a fun, like I guess, pop punk song called Stone Cold Summer by South Arcade.
Ooh.
Super fun, UK based pop punk band, female vocalist. Really enjoy them.
Female vocalists, they're cool.
Yeah.
They be femaling.
They be
I
femaling.
will also be going the pop punk route.
Ooh.
I was originally going to pick a band by the name of Grapevine Gossip, which they made a song that I liked, but I found out that it just progressively gets more and more about sex until there is a freestyle rap section about sex. It's gross.
Wow, sex
So
too.
we can't pick that. I'm gonna pick a super wholesome song. It's gonna be Million. Don't remember who sings it. It's like Rebirth.
That doesn't help me, Dylan. Like
Million Rematch.
Thank you, Dylan.
Million by Rematch.
You know how bad that would have been for me.
Actually, Bobby, it's Terry No.
Yes.
It's by
Rimbuchi Coochie.
Thanks.
My song is gonna go to a song that's in the Friday the 13th video game when you turn on the radio to like make it appear like you're in the cabin, so the Jason player gets confused. They only had 2 songs, the developing team, but the song I remember turning on the radio, I'd even like just stay in the house and jam to it. It's called "Summer of Heat" by Mitch, Murder, and KRISTINE.
Cool.
Very 80s if you like 80s music, 80s pop.
My song of the week is gonna be a Flume song off their self-titled album. It's called Ezra. It's a pretty chill song.
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
Flume's
Sound
good.
like Goofy.
Yo, thanks for hanging out with us for episode 204. This was a cool one. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button. You could also help us out by smashing that subscribe button. I don't know why I'm saying smash.
Smash.
It's really
Smash,
the way to
Hulk?
do it. You know?
Smash.
We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us, checking out what we have to offer. Stay tuned for lots more content. Hopefully by the time this is out, you already saw the Let's Play Overcooked video. Tons more stuff like that to come out. But in the meantime, you know, we're just gonna vibe. We're gonna hang out, and we're gonna. Is this like a prayer circle thing, or?
I don't know.
This is how we're ending it, really.
I didn't like, to be honest, Joey, I didn't like how hard you grip my hands.
Those are those youth group reflexes.
He was like,
right?
like a fucking, like a
End podcast.
like a buff baby,
You kept talking.
like a buff baby.
That's how we end
Edit,
it.
edit in a buff baby. Damn, that baby's red.